Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to solve a question of LeetCode. There is maximum points you can obtain from the cards. This is 1423rd question of LeetCode and this comes under medium category. Alright, so let's start with the problem statement. There are several cards arranged in the row and each card has an associated number of points. The points are given in the integer array card points. Okay, so we have basically given an array of points, that is card points, and in one step you can take one card from the beginning or from the end of the row. You have to take exactly k cards. So this is the very important point. We can take only one card from the beginning or from the end, and we can take these one card k times. Okay, we can take this one card k times, and we can only take from beginning and from the end of the row. Okay, so this we need to keep in mind that we only can take the card which are already taken from the beginning or ending. Let's say if you want to take out the card, let's say we want to take out 2 from here. So unless and until we have not taken out 1, we cannot take out 2 from here. Okay, this we need to keep in mind because we can take out cards from beginning and end. So we cannot take out card from anywhere else unless and until we have not taken out all the cards before the beginning or after the ending. Okay, after the this part, right part. Okay, so what we can do is, like, the score is the sum of the points of the cards you have taken and we need to maximize this score. So basically we will just add all the points and we need to maximize that number of points. Okay, so let's say in the first example we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 1. These are the points given to us in the first example and we have k equal to 3. Okay, so let's see what are the patterns possible in this case. So let's say if we take first 3 elements from here, that is 1 2 and 3. So the sum would be 3 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 6. Okay, let me just write patterns here. So let's say we take 1 2 and 3. So we will get sum is equal to 6. Okay, now if we take, let's say if we, rather than taking all 3 points from here, we are taking only 2 points from here and 1 from the ending. So we will get 1 2 and 1 and the sum would be 4. Okay, now let's say if we take only 1 point from here and 2 points from here, so the sum would be 1 6 and 1, the total would be 8. Okay, now let's say we have not taken any point from here and or we have taken all 3 points from here, or we can say we have taken all k points from up here and k is basically 3. So we have taken 3 points from here, so the combination would be 5 6 and 1 and the sum is equal to 12. Okay, and we need to find out the maximum sum out of this. So the maximum sum is 12, so we will be returning 12 from here. Okay, I hope the example is clear to you. Let's see how can we approach this question. So the approach is very simple. We are just basically having some constant that we can only take from the beginning or from the ending. So we are just keeping 2 pointers, first at the beginning and second one at the ending. So in these 2 pointer, what we are doing is we are first iterating till k to here. Okay, we are just iterating till k to here and then we will just decrease this by 1 and just increase this by 1 to accommodate the window of value k. Okay, so this is basically a sliding window and 2 pointer approach. So let's see how can we do this. So let's say we have 2 pointers I and j. Okay, we have 2 pointers I and j and we kept these pointers at the beginning and ending of the array. Okay, so let's say we have kept I at the beginning and j at the ending. Okay, so now what we will do, we will first count the sum of, like, first we will calculate the sum of first k values. So the sum of first k values, that is 3 values, so we will just iterate through a loop till k and we will find out the sum of first 3 values. So and we will just store the values into our answer variable. Okay, so the sum of first 3 values would be 3 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 6 and I is currently here. Okay, and j is already at the rightmost side. Now what we will do, we will just try to get elements from here and decrement the value of I. Okay, so when we decrement the I value, so I will come here and we will just remove this element. Not remove, we will not take this element, and we will take one element from here. So the total sum of these three values, 1, 2 and 1, is equal to 2 plus 1 is equal to 4. So the sum is equal to 4, but we already have a greater value in our answer variable, so we won't be updating this. Okay, now let's see another combination. So we will just decrement I again. I will come here and we will not be taking this now, and 1 will be taken from here and j will be decremented and we will take j here. So now we have two values here, 6 and 1, and one value from here. So 6 plus 1 is equal to 8. So the sum is 8 and we will just compare it with the answer. This 8 is greater than answer, so we will just update answer here. Alright, now what we will do, we will just again decrement I will be decremented and we won't be taking this now, and j is also decremented. So now we have three elements here and we will find out the sum of this. So 5 plus 6 plus 1 is equal to 12, and now 12 is greater than 8, so we will just update answer with 12. Okay, now the iteration is completed since we have counted k times, so we will be returning 12 from here since we have 12 in our answer variable. Alright, so this is the basic approach of two pointers and a sliding window type approach. So the time complexity of this approach would be, since we are iterating k times, okay, we are just making k windows here, so the time complexity would be big O of k. Okay, and space complexity is big O of 1 because we are using constant spaces here. Alright, so I hope the approach is clear to you. If you still have any doubt in this approach, feel free to comment it down. I will try to explain it again. So let's move on to the coding part. So let's take two pointers here. Int I is equal to 0 and j is equal to the rightmost pointer discard points dot size minus 1. Okay, now let's also take a variable int answer which will be storing our maximum value, and also take int temp which will be storing the sum of each combination, and let's run a while loop to find out the sum of first k pairs, like first k values. So while I is less than k, and let's add the value. So temp plus equal to card points I. Okay, and at the end just update answer with temp. Alright, now we have I at this point. Since we have exited the while loop, so I is at this point, but we have already only taken these 3 points, so we will just decrement I till to here. So let's decrement I. So I will be decremented here. Now let's calculate our combination. So combinations would be while I is greater than equal to 0, because I will come to this point, and in the last iteration I will be less than 0. So when I is less than 0, the last pair would be 5, 6 and 1, like 3.3 values from the ending. So this will work fine here. Okay, so this is the exit condition for this while loop, that when I is less than 0 we will just exit the while loop. Alright, so let's write the code inside while loop. So what we will do, we will first, let's say I is here and we have taken the sum of 1, 2 and 3. So what we will do, we will first decrement, like we have the sum of 2, 3 and 1, that is 6. So first we will just minus the sum of 3, that is 6 minus 3 is equal to 3, and we will add the sum of this value plus 1. Okay, so we will get 4, which is basically, this is 4, which is basically the sum of 1, 2 and 1. Okay, so this we are just writing in code, that is temp minus equal to, first we are just subtracting this value, so temp minus equal to card points I, and let's decrement I here, and temp plus equal to card. We are just adding this 3 plus 1. Okay, we are just adding this 1. So points j minus minus. Okay, and we are also just decrementing I, because in the next step we are decrementing I and we are also decrementing j. Okay, and what we will do, we will get this new temp value here, and this is basically the sum of one combination, and we will check whether this value is greater than the value of not. If it's greater than the value of already stored value of the answer, then we will just update. So we will just check maximum of answer and temp. Okay, now we will get the answer as the maximum value, and at the end we will just return answer from here. Alright, I hope this should work fine. Let's just run it. Okay, we have got a runtime. Yeah, we forget to decrement I here. Let's decrement increment I. Yep, it should work fine now. Yeah, it's working fine. So let's just submit it. Yeah, it's working fine. So let's calculate the time and space complexity. So the time complexity of the solution is big O of k, because we are iterating k times for each pairs, and space complexity is big O of 1, that is constant, because we are just storing the constant pointers here. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you understood the concept and code of this solution. If you still have any doubt in this question, feel free to comment it down. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. I will see you in the next video.